Decluttering podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Kirsty Amy from Feels Like Home Professional Organisers.
And I'm Amy Revell from Simply Organised. We can't wait to share with you all our tips and tricks to help you declutter and keep your home and family organised.
If you'd like to engage with the podcast further, you can find us at The Art of Decluttering on Facebook.
Let's get started. You've joined us for episode 7 of The Art of Decluttering. Today we'll be talking about decluttering and organising your jewellery.
Where was your laughter, Amy?
Oh, I was smiling. Does that count?
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to tease you like you teased me last week.
The intro is a very serious part of our podcast, Kirsty. We've got to get it right.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about jewellery, and I know that so many of us women have a collection of jewellery that is excessive but beautiful. And so we really want to help people today to know how to best store jewellery, what jewellery is worth keeping, where we buy our jewellery from, how we store it, how we keep it. So why don't you start us off, Kirst? Why don't you tell us a bit about your jewellery collection, what kind of jewellery you like, and how it looks in your home?
Yeah, great questions. I will happily answer them. So I have a jewellery box that I bought when I lived in America for a couple of weeks, I should say. My husband was seconded over there, so we travelled there straight after our honeymoon. So it was nice to spend 7 weeks together living in America. And my girlfriend, who lived over there at the same time, bought me back this beautiful jewellery box. It does give me a natural limit to how much jewellery I can contain and how much I can have. And when I began my decluttering journey and my minimalist lifestyle journey, I went through my jewellery and got rid of things that I was just keeping just because, and for costume jewellery that I'd bought because it was really cheap and never wore or rarely wore. So
yes,
they're my tips, is to go through particularly custom jewellery and decide whether or not it's still worthy, or if it's been sitting in whatever container or however you've hung your jewellery, if it's been sitting there and gone all crap because it's cheap jewellery.
Cheap.
Yeah.
It's time to say goodbye when it gets to that point, isn't it?
Yes, it definitely is. So that's how I keep my jewellery. But I have just recently been in your home and seen that you keep your jewellery differently. So tell us about yours.
I totally do. I will tell you about me, but can I ask you some questions first?
Of course.
Because I'm really intrigued as to, so you use a jewellery box, did you say?
Yes.
So it's actually like a lidded container?
Yes, it is.
How do you keep necklaces in there?
So it has 2 wings on the side that open out. And so some of my necklaces are in there, and some of my chunky costume jewellery.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah,
how do you keep those?
My chunky costume jewellery are in the drawers. So I have very minimal jewellery because I really wanted to contain it to that container. But I just got for Mother's Day from my precious children from the school Mother's Day stall.
Oh, dear.
No.
Oh, dear.
No.
Brace yourself, listeners. It's a school Mother's Day stall gift. Is it a padded coat hanger?
No.
Is it a soap in the shape of a face washer?
No. Come back to jewellery. Think about what could be a jewellery gift. It's actually a really good Mother's Day present.
A jewellery tree?
It's not a jewellery tree. You're getting warmer.
What about one of those ones that you like hang up in the wardrobe, like a coat hanger jewellery thing?
No, now you're getting colder.
Okay, I'm giving up.
Okay, so it's a ring holder, but it's this really beautiful, like ceramic little, with just the one spike in the middle. I'll take a photo. Yeah, nice. You can have a look in show notes for that.
That would be great.
And it keeps some of my everyday rings, so my engagement ring, and then my daughter loves going through my jewelry box, and so she pulled out one of her rings that she got me. She pulled that out and went, Mummy, it needs to live on here so you can remember to wear it. Because that is the bad thing about having a jewelry box, is it is lidded, contained, closed up, so I'm not reminded, I should wear that. But in the ring holder, it's got a base, so I have got a few of my everyday items scattered around the ring. So I've got everyday earrings and a necklace that fit in the base of the ring holder.
That's nice.
Yes. I like the jewellery box because it does keep things contained. So it's in plain sight every day. So I do
so you can
think
see it and
about
use it.
I'm just not a huge jewellery wearing person. I wear my earrings and my engagement ring and my wedding ring, and then when I go out special places, or if I am wearing a plain top, I'll often not in winter at the moment I'm just wearing scarves all the time, but in summer
Scarves are the best.
in summer I'll often wear a necklace. So that's my jewelry keeping
And
stuff.
do you wear your engagement and wedding ring permanently, or do you take them off in the evening?
So I wear my wedding ring permanently. My engagement ring comes off when I hop in the shower, or if I'm going to the gym, I leave it at home.
Okay. Is that a safety thing, or it just gets annoying because it gets in the way because your diamond is like huge?
Oh, my diamond is so huge. Not. No, I take my engagement ring off because I don't like scratching my husband in the middle of the night when I whack him in my dreams or just whack him.
What a loving, thoughtful wife you are.
So I'll take it off at night before I have a shower,
Yep.
if I have a shower, and then in the morning when I go to the gym, it doesn't come back on until after my shower.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
So tell us about your storage of jewellery, my friend.
I keep jewellery just in one place in our wardrobe, and it's a bit of an IKEA hack. Surprise, listeners! Amy has done an IKEA hack. I actually got the idea on Pinterest. So I bought a spice rack that obviously is used for spices, and I hacked it so that I could make it a jewellery storage. Screwed in 3 short pieces of dowel onto the top of the spice rack where you would usually sit the spice containers.
Yes.
And I use those for bracelets. So the bracelets just hang on the dowel and they're easy to access. And then underneath the spice rack, I've actually hung tiny little white hooks, and that's where all my necklaces hang off. So I'm a big necklace wearer. It's very rare summer, winter that I wouldn't have a necklace on. Yes. So I do like the long necklaces. I have an absolute favourite jewellery store and brand and line called Elk. Do you know the Elk jewellery?
Yes, I do.
Oh, my goodness. So I actually replaced 90% of my jewellery a couple of years ago with Elk pieces. I was just sick of wearing pieces that were like 80% I was happy with.
Yes.
And I went, you know what? I love Elk so much. So they have sales and I just go and I get all my jewellery from there. It's the best.
Great idea. So I really enjoy supporting charity jewellery designers. So that didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. Jewellery companies who support local women in third world countries to make jewellery that are beautiful. And so I love the idea of wearing beautiful jewellery, and often has a meaning or a saying stamped on the jewellery. Eden Ministries Australia is one of our mutual friends, Michelle.
Shout out, Michelle. Shout out.
So Michelle Kerr, our mutual friend, runs Eden Ministry Australia's jewellery line. So we love her and want to support her. So again, this isn't a show just about brands, but if you'd like to support them, you will be helping vulnerable women. And then I also, my friend, one of my best friends, her husband has just started a jewellery business as well, which makes amazing pieces. It's called Urbansan. I don't even know how to say it.
Cool.
I will put a link to the show notes too. It's Urbansan, and there's such unique pieces. Like he makes them all from hand. I've been over to their house so many times, and that's all he's doing at the moment is making beautiful jewelry. So
wow, what a gift.
Yeah, he is very talented. He's one of those people that is good at everything they put their hands to.
Oh, Jack, yes.
Yeah. Yep. So Chris is one of those people, but he makes amazing jewelry. He's one of these amazing artists that
Good on him.
Yeah, he's so talented. So I am loving his jewelry at the moment too. But again, let's move back onto how we can declutter, not purchase more.
That's right. Oops. We just swapped tact for a little bit there.
Yeah. So, well, you can purchase all these beautiful jewelry after you've decluttered your jewelry.
What we want, Kirsty, is really to have people have jewelry that they love. Like when we talk about fashion, you want to have clothes that you look into your wardrobe and it's a decision between looking amazing and looking more amazing. It's not a decision between, oh, that doesn't quite fit and that's a bit tight, that's a bit baggy. And the same is with jewelry. Jewelry can make you feel really beautiful, or it can kind of dress down an outfit if it's not the right piece. So go through your jewelry and just start with one item. So I would start with earrings. Have you worn those earrings in the last 12 months? And if you haven't, they can go straight away. And then if there are earrings in there that you've worn but you're not really in love with, or they don't kind of sit nicely, you feel like you're irritated by them, let them go straight away, because you don't want to be distracted by jewelry.
No.
I think the beauty of jewelry is that it adds to an outfit, but if you've got a necklace that you're constantly having to put the clasp back behind your neck, or earrings that are constantly turning the wrong way, or a bracelet that falls off, you don't need that anymore.
No, let those things go. Be an Elsa. Get your Elsa on is what I say to my clients all the time.
What I did, Kirsty, believe it or not, I actually only have one pair of earrings now, because I discovered that for 99% of the time I was just wearing my big silver hoops that I love to wear. I sleep in them, I do everything in them. They never, ever, ever come out. And I had all these other lovely little stud earrings. And the reality is I don't actually like wearing studs. Then they were beautiful designs, but they just didn't suit my style. So I got rid of everything bar the pair in my ears.
That's fantastic for you. I have a little more than that. I don't wear bracelets or bangles very much at all. So I love earrings and I love necklaces, but I'm still fairly minimalist in my jewelry approach, and I'm still fairly, boring day to day. Another tip that my stylist friend has given me, and I've seen you do it too, is to get clothes and put the jewelry on the clothes as well to make sure it looks good with an outfit. You tell us what you do in your wardrobe.
So we've got a little hook. I've got a little hook. So I've got this hook, $2 hook from you know where, and it's up in my wardrobe. We know where, don't we? It's up in my wardrobe, and what you can do is hang a coat hanger on it. So if you want to look at an outfit, and then you can actually see the jewelry and place the jewelry on top of that as well. So it's just, a really simple way that I can stand back and decide what jewelry goes with what when I need it to.
Perfect.
Very simple, but it works.
Yeah, so my friend Jules often says to me when she's come back from clients that, we went through their wardrobe and all they really needed was this red necklace. So it's really good idea to, when you're doing your jewelry, is to actually think about your clothes. So you might absolutely love this green necklace, but if you never put it on because you don't have the right outfit to put it on with, then you have to decide what's going or what's coming. Do we need to go out and buy an outfit that green necklace can go with? Or do you need to let that necklace go either onto somebody else who's absolutely going to love it just as much as you used to? Or does it need to be put in the bin? Which probably not for your favorite necklace. You could probably need to pass it on to somebody who definitely needs it. But saying that, I had a client a couple of weeks ago, my amazing, amazing chiropractor friend. She's amazing. And we went.
Is she amazing?
Have I mentioned she's amazing?
Is she really amazing?
I have so many amazing friends. We should just do a podcast shout out to every one of our amazing friends.
Let's not.
Yeah, probably not. Our listeners probably don't care about our friends, but I do. Friends, I care about you.
Tell me about her jewelry though.
She had it spread across 3 or 4 different places. And so when we went to do one drawer, I went, no, hold on, let's get everything. Let's get everything. Yeah, because like what we've spoken about before is that if you don't have everything together, then you can make a decision going, oh, no, I've only got 2 pearl necklaces. It's okay. I can keep both of them. When in fact she had probably close to 15 pearl items. So then she was able to make a decision about actually how many do I really need. And like what you said before, there was stuff that was ruined and needed to be chucked and just needed to be got rid of. And then there were things that she could donate to her daughter there was probably a little bit more than I would have chosen for her daughter. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, friend. But she will totally be listening to this because she is one of my biggest raving fans.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So she donated a lot to her daughter, and then we donated a lot to charity. I know we were talking about this before we started recording. She also had a whole pile of jewelry that she was going to melt down and repurpose for something else.
That's right. So we were talking about the fact, listeners, we'd love to hear from you on our Facebook page. If you have been someone who's taken your silver or gold jewelry and had it melted down either to repurpose into a new piece. I know people get that done as a bangle or something like that. Or if you've taken your gold and silver and actually sold it per gram. So neither Kirsty or I have done that, but we would love to hear from you because that's a really good way to kind of repurpose that jewelry that you're not going to wear anymore.
It was a really great chance to get all of her jewelry all out because at first she was like, oh no, I really love those pearl earrings. Oh, but I really love those pearl earrings as well. So we were keeping a lot of it. And it wasn't until we had everything out and we'd gone through and we'd made piles of things she was going to keep, things she was donating to her daughter and things that she was donating to a charity and things that she was letting go of completely because there was only one earring or it was broken.
Yes. How many single earrings do I find when I'm at clients?
Jewelry is really sentimental too. I know I did a 28-day declutter challenge videos series. And
excellent.
In that series, I spoke about how to let go of sentimental pieces of jewelry. And my suggestion of that was to really think about why it is that you're holding on to things. If it's because it's your relatives who have passed away, or if it's just an old boyfriend, which was my jewelry that I was keeping because I really loved, not because I loved the memory of him, but because I really loved the piece of jewelry.
Right. Okay. I see ya. Okay.
It totally went. And this is why, because I sat down with that piece and went, thank you so much, ex-boyfriend, for the memories that you've given me. So I just really processed, why was I keeping hold of that jewelry? And I went, well, I really love that piece of jewelry, but it actually reminds me of him every time I wear it. And do I really want to be reminded of my ex-boyfriend? No, I don't, actually. I want to be thinking about my husband if I'm going to be thinking about any man. So I will let that piece of jewelry go. And again, I love that piece of jewelry, but I did not need to be reminded of him every time I wore it.
And I find that really interesting. When we were married for several years, Cal, my husband, had a necklace. I don't know what you call it when they're men's.
A chain.
He had a chain that an ex-girlfriend had given him, and he'd always worn it, never taken it off. And I kind of knew him as always wearing it. And then one day I kind of looked at it and went, hold on, why are you wearing that? Like, it's from someone else. And I said, if you still want to wear a piece of jewelry that looks like that, I'm going to go buy you one from me. Like, I was really precious about it, and he thought it was a bit funny and obliged lovingly. But I think you're right, Kirsty. It's not about the piece anymore. It's actually about the memory and moving on from that and not being reminded or not having to think, oh, that's who I got it from. So as much as we're minimalist, I think we're going to make a call today that it's okay to get rid of jewelry that you love just to stop it reminding you of someone you don't.
Oh, totally. But also going back to sentimental items that are from family members, I would really like to get you, not you, Amy, our listeners, to really question how much of the jewelry do you need to keep? And this is a really delicate and sensitive topic because, you know, if your loved ones have passed on, they're precious memories. We need to be housing the memories of our family members in us and in stories that we tell to our children and our sisters and brothers and extended family members who are part of that family. We need to be sharing stories and telling stories. And so if you have got limited family members, how do I say this? So if you've got heaps of jewelry from your mother who has passed on or your grandmother who has passed on, and there isn't very many extended family, I would be really questioning how much of your mother's jewelry do you have to keep, because you are your memory keeper of your mum, And jewelry is really sentimental and really precious and really beautiful. But how much of it do you actually need to keep? Could you just keep her wedding ring, or like, could you just keep a few precious items? And then saying that if you do have a large extended family, can you share some of those pieces with that extended family? And then therefore you don't have to house all of that. You don't have to find space in your home to house a large quantity of precious jewelry that has great sentimental value to you.
Listeners, we give you freedom that you don't have to be the keeper of all keepsakes for your family. We give you the freedom. Let it go. Let it go.
And also keep it.
Or display it.
Display it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Display it. Keep it. Wear it. Wear it. Wear it. Like, if it's beautiful enough to keep, then it's beautiful enough to put on your hand or your neck every once in a while.
And if you don't want to wear it, you can still display it. You might put it in a beautiful frame and have it displayed. So don't feel like, oh, it's not my color, it's not my stone, etc., can stop you from actually enjoying it and displaying it. You got to kind of think creatively sometimes. I went to an open house 2 doors up on Saturday, and they had the husband's grandfather jacket from the war framed in his big, beautiful frame and hung centerpiece in their home. And it was absolutely stunning. So easy that you could say, well, I want to keep my grandfather's jacket from the war and he's a decorated hero, that you could leave that in the spare room cupboard. But they didn't. They took it out and they displayed it, and they actually gave it what was due, which was recognition and enjoyment, that their whole family could talk about it, share about it. And I just loved it.
Well, and that's part of telling the story of that piece, isn't it? And that's what I encouraged my client. She had heaps of jewelry from her mother, who hasn't passed away yet, and from her aunt. And I was like, please get those jewelry out and tell your daughter the stories, so that when it gets passed on to her, she knows the stories of those jewelry pieces. So displaying it is another way of continually telling that story, whether it's to people who walk into your home and ask the questions, or whether it's to your family members who know of that family member. Put a photo of the people who it belongs to in the frame as well. When you pass the frame on to your daughter or son or daughter-in-law, they really know what that story is about, because we've got to remember that we're passing on things to our children when we depart from this world. If we hold it precious, if we think that it's worthy to be passed down to them, they need to know the stories of why we're passing it down to them. Otherwise, they're going to go, this is crap.
And they're going to say, oh, mum always kept this, blah, blah, blah. And they have no idea why.
Because it's ugly, or, she never wore it, so it couldn't have been that precious to her.
Oh, I love it.
Let's make things precious. Let's give them the honor that's due to them, or let's pass them on. If they're antique jewelry and you don't want to keep it, go to an antique store and get it valued and sell it.
I think that's brilliant. And I think the reality is that all of us can probably take a few pieces of our jewelry and declutter them. Some might need to go in the bin, and some can head to the op shop. And there are other pieces that we need to start wearing again, that either, as you said, remind us of family members or times that we love or an event that was celebrated, and then wear them. Or jewelry that you actually look beautiful in and you don't wear it often enough because it's too good. Just wear it. Don't wait for that perfect day to wear the expensive jewelry. Wear it to school pickup.
Yeah. Come up to me if you're at my school and you've heard this podcast, and show me that beautiful piece of jewelry that you're wearing because you've been inspired. And for all those listeners who don't go to my school, which there is so many of you, then post photos up on our Facebook page. Show us you wearing your jewelry, even if it's got your head chopped off and we only see your ears and your neck.
We want to see it, and we want you to be enjoying the good things in life every day, not just waiting for special occasions.
Yeah, what a great note to end on, I think, Amy.
That's what I think. Oh.
So we hope that you've enjoyed listening to these podcasts, and particularly about your jewelry. We really hope that this has inspired you to go and rediscover some of your jewelry, like Amy just said, and get out and wear some of the beautiful pieces. Thanks for joining us. If you've learned something awesome today, do a girlfriend a favour and share this episode so she too can learn the art of decluttering.
You can find me, Amy, over at simplyorganised.net or on Facebook as simplyorganisedpo.
You can find me, Kirsty, over at feelslikehome.net.au or on Facebook as Feels Like Home PO. Don't forget, you can see the show notes in your podcast app, so if there's anything you want more information on, then check it out there. If you love what you hear, we would really appreciate you leaving a review on iTunes, and you can always subscribe to us.
We hope you've enjoyed listening and that you've learnt some great tips and tricks to help you declutter and keep your home organised. We hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the freedom.